Hey guys, Dunkbuscuss Gaming here, and welcome to, as the title suggests, my review for Aquaman. Now, there might be some spoilers in here somewhere. I'll try to keep it as spoiler-free as possible, but you never know. So fair warning: if you have not seen Aquaman, I might spoil some things for you. I'll try not to, but yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh my god, they finally did it. It's the DC EU now has a big three. What do I mean by that? Films that don't totally shit, that don't suck, that aren't complete and utter shit. They've also got the big two, which is the films that are completely and totally and utterly shit. Superman vs. Batman and the Justice League. Yeah. In the first 5 minutes, the side villain, not the main villain of the thing, the side villain of the film, had more personality than Steppenwolf had in the entire film. I said I might spoil things. This is spoiler-ish thing. He cares about his father. He has a clear intention. He's bloodthirsty, like he doesn't care about killing anyone else, and yet I felt for him. In the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that, something happened, and you could just feel his anguish. You could just feel like you didn't want that to happen, even though he was a dick, and it was what they were doing was evil, and you could just feel the emotion, you could just feel the power in that scene, and the rest of the film just carried on from that. Aquaman had a clear goal. He wanted to stop the war between the surface and Atlantis. It was clear why he was angry with Atlantis. That carried over from the Justice League. There were just so many powerful moments that each one more impressive than the last, and each character had their own story arc, and each time a new scene happened, you were still recovering from what you just saw. Wonder Woman was amazing. Like the first DC EU film, Superman, Man of Steel, that was amazing. That was an incredible film, as we've seen. It wasn't the best superhero film, but it was good. It was an enjoyable watch. Wonder Woman went back to her origins. It told her story, and apart from a few cracks in the thing, like Ares having a mustache, which was kind of weird. Not something but it was a good film. Aquaman made me feel like the first time I was watching Thor. Each character had their own story arc, their own ambition, their own their own goal, what they wanted to achieve. So did everyone in this. You felt for each character, they all seemed real, and the villain was actually, you didn't know who you wanted to root for. You didn't want the war between the surface worlds to happen, but you understood the villain's motivation. Both villain motivations. You could just... It was just an amazing film. The special effects were spectacular. The undersea scenes were amazing. You actually thought that they were underwater and that they were speaking underwater. The action sequences were just phenomenal. Like me as a writer and as a wanting to be an actor and all that other stuff, through my mind, I was just like, how did they do this? It's not like they went to Venice and just blew up an entire town. It's just amazing what they did with the most simple story. And yet, it pisses me off. You might be thinking, why? You seem to have really enjoyed the film. And you're right, I did enjoy it. It was amazing. There's just no words. Like, if The Flash is better than this, my God. If it is even half the film that this film was, oh my God. If it was even half the film that Wonder Woman was, oh my God. But the reason it pisses me off so much is Batman vs Superman and Justice League. I mean, the villain's motivation in Batman vs Superman was questionable at most. Like, he wanted them to fight for some reason. Maybe I've forgotten because I just do not care about it that much. The villain was not Lex Luthor. He's an intellectual. He's a thinker. That was more close to the Joker, or the Riddler, or some other crazy villain. Steppenwolf, I don't even have to explain. He's just a mother crazed. He's just a mother's boy, but in each of the big three, my big three of the DCEU, each villain had a motivation. You knew what they wanted and why they wanted it, and you could, even if you didn't want them to win, you could sympathize with them. You could understand why they were doing what they were doing. And that's what pisses me off. DC can make great films like this. They have made great films like this. I mean, even the original Superman trilogy, while, like, bad effects, and sure, the sort of Superman vs Superman thing was a bit that film, but, like, they weren't like those ones. This is, like, veered off into an entire DCEU video, but yeah, that's just what I feel. Like, basically, I give this film 8 out of 10, because although it was great and spectacular, it also felt a bit too full, like they packed a bit too much into it. A bit like Spider-Man 3. Like, I do not like Spider-Man 3 at all, but I can see why there are some people who do like it. Like, you've got action scenes and all that sort of stuff. I'm just trying to defend myself here. I'll talk about that in maybe another video if you want me to. But yeah, like, they tried to pack way too much into it, and they were relying a lot on the fans to remember stuff from the comics, and less on this as a standalone story. So yeah, 8 out of 10. If they had either made it longer so that we could understand and follow along a bit more with other stuff that we didn't already know and that they didn't explain. I mean, who knows, maybe they did it that way so they can explain it and stuff in the sequel. But yeah, like, definitely go see it. It's definitely worthwhile. It's in my opinion, it's better than Wonder Woman, but it's a close, like, it was really close. And yeah, just, that's it for today, guys. If you want to see more reviews like this, let me know down in the comments. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't yet. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time. As always, stay frosty. Bye, guys.